What a head, son! What a head!
Hello and welcome to another episode of View from the Cop with me, Calvin, and my co-host and friend, Reshlin. I'm sure you've seen the title, I'm sure you've seen the draw. We are here to speak about Liverpool's Champions League group stage and the teams we are up against. So, let's not waste too much time because we have a lot to speak about. So I'm going to get Reshlin right now to talk us through the group stage and some more information about who we're versing and when we're versing them.
Yeah, Cal, so we've all seen it. We have French champions PSG, we have Italian giants Napoli, and then we have some Serbian team called Red Star Belgrade. Tough group, really tough group.
Absolutely.
But I'm pretty sure you guys have seen our rivals as well. I mean, Spurs being dealt a pretty tough group as well.
Juventus?
For me, that's pretty much the group of death. Dortmund, I think, as well.
Okay, so
and Inter. So tough on them as well. But we're here to talk about Liverpool. So we'll get straight into our opponents. PSG.
yeah, so look, I'll say my but I don't think they're going to be as big a problem as people are expecting them to be. We know it's going to be Klopp versus Tuchel as well in that fixture. His the old rivalry back once again. PSG have not really shown what they really worth in the Champions League yet. Maybe in Paris that might be very tricky to navigate. I feel like in Anfield, Jurgen Klopp and the boys know what to do there. So I'm not worried about PSG per se, but the fixture list around that makes me a bit concerned.
I think PSG will take this year's Champions League very seriously. I mean, their league pretty much a practice match on the weekends.
That's true.
For the wealth of talent that they have at their disposal, the young manager that they have. And the Champions League is really what they want. It's really what the owners want to see the club really progress in, and they haven't done so in past seasons, even with the wealth of riches that the club has. So they're going to take this competition very seriously.
As they should.
This is their competition. This is what they're going to go into with everything. So I'm excited to see PSG come to Anfield, especially. It's going to be a massive European night. I think it's going to be a good audition for Kylian Mbappe in front of the Cop. Right? That's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be exciting to see how we deal with their attacking talent.
Absolutely. So that's PSG. So the other team was Napoli. And not an easy place to visit as well. Italy. We had the experience last year with Roma. Fortunately, we destroyed them at Anfield. So what's your opinions of Napoli?
Napoli as well, another big team, strong under Carlo Ancelotti. Very attacking side with the likes of Mertens playing that striker role, as well as Callejon and Insigne as well. So very strong team, very solid at the back with Koulibaly and
absolutely Koulibaly and
Albiol as well.
Yeah.
So maybe a tough game. I think the fans that are going to be traveling to Italy, and I think this will be something that will pop up in the press in the coming days, is trip to Italy and then Italian fans coming to Anfield, especially with the hurrah that happened with Sean Cox when the Roma fans came to Anfield. So that'll definitely pop up in the news.
But hopefully it's not going to be a repeat of that kind of thing. We don't want to see that at all.
Yeah.
And of course, we're calling them the group stage whipping boys. They may not turn out to be that way, but looking at the three other teams, Red Star Belgrade, it should be 6 points for Liverpool, shouldn't it?
It should be 6 points for Liverpool, definitely. I think the toughest thing about this fixture is the impact that the team is going to take in terms of travelling to and back from Serbia. Right? Especially given the tight fixture list that we're going to have from.
Now, speaking about that fixture list, so we've been waiting for the Champions League fixture list to come out. In fact, we're refreshing all our devices right now while we're recording this because we ran out of time, basically. And we want to bring this video to you. So we don't know who we're playing when. But what we do know is that over the next coming weeks, we have Leicester on Saturday. We have, a bit of a break in the international break, but that doesn't help the players because they have to travel. In fact, it makes things worse. Then we have Spurs, I think it is, away from home.
Spurs away.
We also, then there's a Champions League game. There's a Champions League game. And if you ask me right now, I'd want Napoli there. And I'll tell you why in a minute, because we have Saints.
Not Red Star? Okay.
No, I'd take Napoli there because we have Saints after that. But then we have Chelsea. And the next Champions League game, I'd like Red Star because City is after that. Because we can't play Red Star back to back at this point of the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's speak about that fixture list for a bit because
run of fixtures.
Exciting, but scary at the same time.
Lots of football. Especially, I think Chelsea twice in 1 week. Chelsea are a bit of unknown quantity at this point in the Premier League.
Oh yes, just sorry if you haven't already heard. We have drawn Chelsea in the Carabao Cup third round, which is the first round that we actually play in. So not a great draw there.
Yeah. So we'll have Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup. Good week. Then we'll have Chelsea away on the weekend. That's going to be a tough one. Especially Chelsea away. I think last year Chelsea away was a tough match.
We scored last year. I can't even remember the game at this point. Alright. If you remember, let us know.
It's going to be a lot of work for the lads as well, given Sarri ball, as people like to call it, manager's style of play there. So
and his cigarettes.
So lots of football.
Alright, so we've spoken about our group, we've spoken about the fixture list. Now let's speak about group expectations. We know who we have, we know what it's going to look like around that time. From now until end of October, it's going to be action-packed and we'll be bringing you all of our reactions to that. But Liverpool, being the team that they are right now, do we say that Liverpool need to win all 3 games at Anfield, regardless of PSG, Napoli, Red Star Belgrade? Is that the expectation from the fans in this group?
Cal, we've seen the force that Liverpool champions,
especially at Anfield.
But I would expect Liverpool to get no less 12 points.
12 points. So that's at least 4 wins or 3 wins, 3 draws.
4 wins. I'm gonna say Red Star. No disrespect. 3 points home, 3 points away.
Okay.
And I mean, we need to beat PSG at home.
And we need to beat Napoli at home.
I should be saying that. We need to beat PSG at home and we need to beat Napoli at home.
I think that's a fair expectation of the club, given where they are right now. One of the most dangerous attacks in Europe.
Yep.
They've sorted out a lot of their defensive and midfield issues in the transfer window and towards the end of last season in the way that Klopp has asked his midfield to start playing. So he's obviously come a long way as well in not being so naive, if I can say that, in his style of play, especially in how the Premier League goes. He's sort of learnt it and now it seems to be bearing fruit. So 12 points, I think for me, I would go with a very similar prediction. 11, 12 points is where I'd like to see the club get. And I think we should be disappointed if we don't get that. Look, if we get through the group, that's priority number 1.
That's minimum expected.
But and we can expect rotation of players.
We will see a lot of rotation given
Fabinho,
the fixtures.
Shaqiri, these guys are waiting for their opportunities. Now might be the time in the Premier League, knowing what's coming up in the Champions League
Don't
as
forget
well.
Daniel Sturridge, Adam Lallana.
Lallana. Ox is out, we know this, but there still seems to be so much depth. I mean, Henderson is struggling to get himself back into the midfield 3 at the moment. Obviously a bit unfit after the World Cup. But so even with the likes of Oxlade-Chamberlain out, we still seem to have such great depth there.
And also, look, we did what we did last season with the players we had last season. Right? We made it that far in the Champions League. We can't really say we challenged in the league, but we held on to that spot for the Champions League qualifiers. Right? So the squad, which looking back was comparatively thinner, did quite a bit. So I would think qualifying out of that group stages, getting that 12 points, still managing the challenge in the Premier League should be minimum expectation.
Okay, so that's an interesting argument, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about that, because there's an argument to be made that the less players you use, yes, there's a fitness issue, but the more they play together, the better they play. And then the argument is, but the more players of high quality you have, the better you can do across multiple competitions. Now, we've seen City, who have a plethora of amazing talent, still struggle in the Champions League. Came up against Liverpool. They've actually only managed to win 2. They won the Carabao Cup and the Premier League.
Yes.
So FA Cup and Champions League out. Real Madrid, another team with massive talent in every area of the field. Just the Champions League. So, interesting. Let us know what your thoughts are on bigger squad, higher quality. Will it be easier than it was last season? in the Premier League and the Champions League. Okay, so we can also speak quickly about the UEFA awards.
Oh yes.
Real Madrid dominating the awards. Do you have any opinions or thoughts on what you saw there, Sergio Ramos?
Look, as much as we can be unhappy about a certain game that they saw towards the end of last season, Ramos winning Best Defender and Modric winning. Oh, it was all three of them.
It was all four of them.
Oh jeez, yeah, right.
So it was Real Madrid from down the spine.
So Best Defender went to Ramos, midfielder went to Modric, and striker went to Ronaldo.
And Keylor Navas got the goalkeeper.
And Keylor Navas got the goalkeeper. Oh, okay, well, completely warranted. I think the only place that really challenged was in attack, being Salah. He was at the draw, if you guys caught that. There was a moment where Ramos collected his trophy and came down the stairs and patted Salah on the shoulder as if to acknowledge.
If you haven't seen that, head over to Twitter and just search Ramos Salah.
Cold shoulder.
You'll see what we're talking about. It was quite hilarious in that moment.
So I think that was the most exciting moment of otherwise really awkward Champions League draw ceremony. But I think all the awards were completely warranted, justified. Who won the Champions League?
Absolutely.
They outperformed everyone and they deserve it. I do think Modric deserves Best Player. He's such a likable player. He's such an incredible talent. And he had a great season in winning the Champions League as well as making it to the final of the World Cup. So
deserved,
yeah.
Okay, so enough about Real Madrid. Our players. Let's wrap up by speaking about who do we think are going to be the key players in the Champions League this season for Liverpool. So I'm going to give you my Virgil van Dijk, Naby Keita, and I'm going to say Roberto Firmino. I'm going to say Roberto Firmino ahead of Salah, and that can be controversial, but I think if you take one of them out the team, I think we win more games with Roberto Firmino without Salah than we win games with Salah without Roberto Firmino. That's just my opinion of it. So that's my defense, midfield, and attack players that I would like to see.
Okay, I mean, I absolutely agree with our defense and in our midfield. I think it's also noteworthy to mention Alisson. He's a massive upgrade,
absolutely,
especially in the Champions League.
Yeah. We know what happened last year.
Let's
not go there.
But I think Alisson will be big in the Champions League for us.
Definitely.
Virgil van Dijk has been a titan ever since he's joined us last Jan.
Colossal of a defender, Virgil van Dijk.
So he will definitely inspire a bit of calm, more defensive composure during the Champions League nights, Premier League days. So he's also a big player. And Keita in the Champions League as well is going to be. I think up front,
leaning towards Mo Salah.
I'm leaning towards Salah, but I mean, we can't really leave out Sadio Mane either. I mean, there were a couple games last season, especially I think it was a Roma game, where he showed a lot of maturity, a lot of composure to control the game. But when those moments where we needed to kind of put our foot on the pedal, slow the game down, take an additional touch, maybe backwards.
Okay, so if you had to pick one of the front three that you would like to see most of the games this season, who would you go for?
I'd want Sadio Mane.
You want Mane? Yeah, I know you're a big Mane fan. He has Mane in his fantasy as captain. If that doesn't tell you you love Mane, and not Salah, so doesn't even have Salah.
I mean, everybody loves Salah.
Absolutely. So, okay, so that's pretty much it for the Champions League and our draw and what to expect in the fixture list. Let's finish up by speaking about this European transfer deadline. Is there any Liverpool players that have been moving around, and should we expect to see any movements over the next few days as the European transfer windows all come to a close?
Window closes tomorrow.
I'm not exactly sure. I know it closes on different dates for different leagues, but I know it's around this time now. So it starts end of August, early September.
Okay. So, I mean, we've had a few movements in the past week or two. If you guys haven't noticed, there's a few. Danny Ward, for one, has been sold to Leicester City.
Yeah, he played for Leicester City.
He played for Leicester City yesterday, Wednesday. That Carabao Cup win against Town. Danny Ward was sold for 12.5 million.
That's amazing.
Michael Edwards is a magician.
That is amazing.
So that's Danny Ward. We have Woodburn that's gone on loan to Sheffield United. So,
which I'm really excited to see. I mean, yes, he could have been trying to challenge, but it's just so competitive in that front lineup.
It's tough to get into.
With Shaqiri, with Sturridge. I mean, he falls behind almost even Dominic Solanke at this point. So
right move to send him out on loan, definitely. Ings has been loaned as well to Southampton.
Yeah,
he's played already in the league.
A few games
scored
for Southampton.
Klavan's been sold to Cagliari.
Yeah.
For me, that's a miss. I think Klopp's kind of affirmed who he wants his 4 centre backs to be in the league.
Yeah,
and Klavan just didn't make that cut. I think he wanted more game time.
Absolutely. At age 33, I'm sure he's going to want more.
Exactly.
He wants to enjoy his career as it comes down to.
And he was good for us last season in moments. He wasn't the best defender. He was sort of like our Kolo Touré for this.
Look, I can understand the sale, given that Joe Gomez was injured quite a bit last season as well.
Yeah.
And obviously Klopp wouldn't make the move without knowing that Gomez is capable of stepping up. He's got Matip, he's got Lovren, he's even got Nathaniel Klein, who's now back. So that across the back 4, we seem to be extremely secure.
He does. That's great.
With players, and I think obviously Klavan probably said to him, listen, if I can't get 20-25 games in a season, I don't want to. I think it was more Klavan saying, can you give me X number of games for the season, and if you can't, please sell me. And Klopp
obliged him.
Yeah. I think it was not a case of I want to sell you, but I get you, so I'll sell you.
Oh, he was good while he was.
He was
good lad.
All right. So, anything else to add? Or?
Yeah, there's 2 more players quickly. There's a Bridge who's been loaned to Hertha Berlin in Germany. Okay. It's a good move for him. He's still young. He needs some game time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's not going to find that in our packed midfield.
Absolutely not. Even with Oxlade-Chamberlain out, there's just no space for
exactly.
Marco.
And then finally, Karius.
Oh, to Besiktas, yeah.
Karius on a 2-year loan to Besiktas. So, we wish him all the best.
We wish him all the best. Absolutely. You know, what happened, and we want the best for him. He's still a Liverpool player at the end of the day, and let's hope he goes to Besiktas and absolutely does a fantastic job.
Sounds like you got over that relationship.
Look, he's still a Liverpool player. He made a mistake or 2. We wish him the best. That's all we're going to say. Alright, so that's where we're going to wrap this video up. Thanks very much for watching. Drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the Champions League group stage and how you're feeling about our chances in the group stage. Combining the fact that we have some crazy fixtures coming up. Leave a like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Until the next video, that's been our view from the Kop.